Hey everybody, so I know I'm looking kind of crazy here with my blonde hair. The ref came out, so I was taking a good look at my hair and see how long it got. Like I could finally grab onto it, and it's time for me to get my extensions. So I'm gonna get those extensions. But so tonight I'm making this video because I wanted to give y'all a little story about what I went through as a bigger girl and how I lost weight and how long it took me to lose weight and what made me decide I want to lose weight. I had a lot of situations I was going through that was calling out to me like, guess what? You need to lose weight, Sherelle. And it was funny because before I didn't want to listen to anything. I had signs showing me like pretty much in my face like this, like Sherelle, it's time for you to lose weight. It's time for you to get it together. So what I mean by that is that a couple of years ago, let's rewind back to 2011. Right after I had my first child, I was slowly losing the weight, right? Didn't understand why I was losing the weight, didn't understand why my eating habits changed. I really wasn't feeling that hungry. I was always tired. I was always feeling sluggish, but somehow I wasn't feeling hungry. So within that year of 2011, a lot of things changed with me. My eating habits, my activity level, my strength level, I wasn't really feeling up to it. I went from having great upper body strength to not having it at all. And after not working out for over a year, I completely lost it. And I wanted to, find different ways to get myself back into the move and get into the groove of things. Because growing up, I was the skinniest kid in the family, skinniest kid in school. Everybody was teasing me for it, and then they was teasing me because of my head. So it was enough to tell me it's time to change your activity levels. So I was introduced to Manhattan. I was going to Manhattan maybe about twice a week. And during the summertime, when I did want to be around my neighborhood, I wanted to go to Manhattan. And one of my old friends at the time introduced me to Brooklyn and all the hot spots to go to in Brooklyn. So going up there 2 or 3 times a week, gradually it started to make me become more active. Like I said, I didn't have like no strength whatsoever. I didn't have no, how you say, I wasn't motivated. I ain't had no energy, and I never drank coffee. I never drank tea at the time. So what I wanted to do was to go out to my first club on my birthday. It's been a long time since I went anywhere, so one of my friends introduced me to this club. When I say I have never moved so much in my life until that night, I moved so much, I felt like I was doing cardio on the dance floor. I went to this high club. It was a nice ass club, beautiful. It was a two-level club, and it was straight nights on the weekdays, gay nights on the weekends. We went to the gay nights on the weekends because that's the only time he wanted to go to this club. I said I had never ever moved around that much in my life, and I was in heels. I hated wearing heels because I didn't know how to walk in heels, but that night I wanted to start learning. And it took me about maybe a year to learn how to walk in heels, but I can only walk in heels if the heels is thick. So that night, I felt like I lost at least 2 or 3 pounds that night. I kid you not. I was sitting here with my legs swirled. It was like it was really hurting so bad because I was dancing all night on the dance floor. I didn't rest not one time. I didn't sit down. So the later on in that weekend, my friend showed me how he was doing his strength training. He was trying to do upper body strength because he was a dancer, an exotic dancer. So me and him, we started working out together, from doing sit-ups to doing his push-ups, my girly push-ups, and then walking. Another thing I never did was walking around that much. So we started walking up to 3 to 4 hours a day. Not kidding, no cap. It was 3 to 4 hours. It was always on a Saturday. It was never anywhere else. So I had to wait till he get off of work. Then one day I wasn't doing anything. I decided I wanted to walk. I was like, I'm in the mood to walk, and it was a beautiful day outside. So what did I do? Like a dumbass, I walked from the Bronx to Manhattan, and it didn't just go to 125th. I walked all the way down to 14th Street on the east side. And I had that much guts and energy to do it. And when I realized how far I walked, I was shocked out of my mind. Like, I didn't believe it. I didn't want to believe it. So I was like, do I have the strength to walk back? Do I have the energy to walk back to the Bronx? As soon as I hit 42nd Street, my body was like, no, take your ass on that train and take the train home. So that's what I did. I took the train home, and then the next week I got a phone call from my friend saying that he was doing the walking thing again. So he was like, okay, this time we wanted to walk from Central Park down to the Village, which was on Christopher Street. And we did twice on two different occasions. One during the Puerto Rican Day Parade, two just on a regular day, like on the weekends. Like I say, we could only see each other on the weekends. And then about a couple of months later, after our breakup as friends, I decided I wanted to keep doing it. So one day I wanted to go shopping for some new clothes, and I found out that the bra I was wearing, it was cutting into my skin. So I went to go buy me a new bra. I know it's a little bit too much, but we are grown peoples here. So long story short, I tried on so many bras. I thought I was one size, kind of found out I was a bigger size. And it wasn't the cup size I was worried about. It was the number size, meaning how, loose or tight the bra was fitting. And then that was another reason why I had to lose the weight. I felt so horrible because I was like, hold up, I thought I was I was a 30, what is that, 32C? I was a 36B and I went up to a 36C. Didn't think it was a big deal. I was like, okay, who doesn't want big boobs? But it wasn't the cup size once again. Even the girl that was at the store that was, watching me try on bras, she was saying the same thing. She was like, it's not the cup size you need to worry about. It's the number of the bra. It's like, so right then and there, that was enough to tell me it's time for you to lose weight. The second reason why I need to lose weight, and another red flag that was showing me, not a red flag, but a sign that was showing me that I need to lose weight, it's because of climbing up the stairs was hard for me. I couldn't climb up my stairs in my old apartment without my knees hurting and my back was hurting. And then I realized that I was gaining a little bit more weight. Slowly but surely, I had gained over 20 pounds in between, me having my son and having my daughter. And then they was like, normally you're supposed to gain 30 pounds during a pregnancy. I gained more than that, and then I started losing it. And then I didn't know why I was losing it so much. So I went to the doctors one day, find out I had a thyroid problem. And that was in October of 2013. I had my daughter in 2014, and then my thyroid issue became a serious issue. For 7 months, I was constantly losing weight, and I was constantly feeling like I wanted to faint. So I stopped the working out. I didn't work out for the entire year and a half of me being pregnant and me having a baby. And then after having a baby, I still didn't want to work out. I got too comfortable and I just wanted to eat. All I wanted to do was sleep, eat, and just take care of my kids. And then during the summertime of 2015, I had another wake up call that I should stop smoking and drinking and all that stuff. But like I said, I was too stubborn, so I really didn't want to listen. I didn't want to listen to doctors. I didn't want to listen to my body. I was very stubborn. So during this Lambert Day cookout, it was the moment I was sitting down and I was eating, people started to stare at me. And I felt so uncomfortable and so embarrassed because the way it was, like, I guess it was the way I was eating. People wasn't used to seeing me like that. So I just wrapped up my food and I took it home with me, and I couldn't even enjoy the rest of Lambert Day, our neighborhood cookout for the rest of the day with them. I went home and I was so embarrassed. So after that day, I started watching videos of how to go back into strength training after having kids. And what they call it was a mommy makeover, where you work out not only just to do surgery to fix your body up, but to work out and keep a tight, how you say, a tight meal a diet, whatever, and that wasn't me. So I was like, what else can I do? So, like I said, I was pretty stubborn at the time. I didn't want to do what anybody else was telling me what to do. I wanted to do what I wanted to do, and I was like, in no shape, way, or form was I was gonna ever stop drinking and smoking. So I was like, come to find out, it was worse than what I thought. About another year later, 2016, after I was working for a certain company, I started to gain more weight. And like I said, I was still being stubborn. So check out for part two for what happened after that.